Audio test 1, audio test. Audio test, audio test. You don't want me to zoom in or out it. Watch out, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, here come the Council Rock North Indians.
Test, test. Test, test.
test. Final audio test.
The Council Rock North Marching Band.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Upper Dublin Football. I'm CJ Ambrose along with Jake Levine bringing you this game today in Council Rock North. It's the 2-6 Council Rock Indians hosting the 6-2 Upper Dublin Flying Cardinals.
And here we go, absolutely. So when we talk about this Council Rock opponent that Upper Dublin has on their hands today, the record's not going to blow you away at all, is it? But they are a more gritty football team than you think they are. They are losing at least closer than they were in the past. They're winning some games. This is a real football team that's improved a lot from the start of the season.
This Upper Dublin team, another team that has had a really good start to the year. They started off 3-0, then they went on a losing skid, losing 2 in a row. Then they picked up 3 straight victories, last few convincingly up until last week where they squeaked away with a 10-7 victory over the Souderton Indians. Now they're up here against the Council Rock North Indians.
Yeah, and when we talk about last week against Souderton, you really want to talk about how that rush attack was able to close the deal for Upper Dublin. Michael Wright was able to get in the game and get some playing time. You really saw Nafis McIntyre and Bartlett come into a field of their own, and that's how Upper Dublin was able to come away with that win. We'll see if they're able to keep up that powerful football here in this one.
So the coin toss happening now. Some of the key players today for Souderton, you're going to see quarterback Jackson Farley, running back Will Shobin. We're going to see running back Seung-Hyun Kim. And you're going to see guys like offensive lineman, beast offensive lineman, I should say, Fred Nolt. This Council Rock team, they are gritty. They're not the biggest team, but they got strength, they got speed. And again, every game they've had, it has been... They've showed that they are right there. You know what I mean?
They're right in these football games for sure. Upper Dublin going to get the ball first. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Upper Dublin, they kicked off most games, so it's going to be interesting to see how they come out with this drive. I talked to Colin O'Sullivan, the Upper Dublin quarterback, after the game. He's saying he felt a lot better after last week. Although it was a big win over Pensbury, it wasn't the game he wanted. He's always very tough on himself. He liked what they did last week, and he looks to have another good week here in Council Rock North. See, we faced Souderton last week, and they're the Indians, and now we're up against Council Rock North, and they're the Indians. So it's a bit of a tongue twister, a bit of a conundrum.
Bit of confusion.
Let's see who's back to return this week. Last week it was starting running back Nafis McIntyre and Coleman Zambrowski, but let's see if Chris Colbrenner is going to receive. He had a leg injury last week, only played defense, got a few offensive snaps near the end of the game. Let's see if he's back on the return unit. He's been their best returner statistically this year, with Nafis McIntyre being another solid guy back there to receive. Kicking the ball off today for Council Rock North is hold on. Can you get your number there, Jake? There we go, number 2. Number 2, James McCaffrey. No relation. At least we don't know.
And it is McIntyre back there for Upper Dublin, as you were pointing out a moment ago.
Number 2 with kickoff.
And the kick is off. It's going to be a squib kick picked up by DJ Cerisier. Michael Wright. Wright going to go forward to around the 39-yard line. That's where Upper Dublin will start this game.
Certainly a big start if you're a fan of the Upper Dublin Cardinals. Not a great kick, and they're able to capitalize with some nice field position here.
First down, Cardinals.
We're going to see what they can do on this drive. Colin O'Sullivan, you talked about how he is hard on himself. He's a really good decision maker with the football, and we're going to see probably more of that here today.
Leading the team out is Colin O'Sullivan. Watch out for wide receiver number 8, Griffin Pensbean, who had an insane catch last week and had a great game. McIntyre in the slot. Bartlett in at back. Gunn. It's going to be a screen, so they want to get Cole Brenner back into this offense. He's going to get it for around 9 yards.
Jagger Marita with a pass to wrong team, sorry. Number 9, Colin O'Sullivan.
Little PA break there, but hey, everyone's starting the game. Everyone's getting loose, right? Nice little catch and throw there for O'Sullivan.
Well, first down action. They get the ball right to Colbrenner to start this one, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're a fan of this team. Chris Colbrenner can really catch the football, run it well.
Outside zone run to Tawfiq Bartlett. He's going to gain 6 yards there as Upper Dublin is marching here already past the 50-yard line of this Council Rock North roster.
And what Upper Dublin is showing you right out of the gate is they want to stick to this running back by committee. They don't want McIntyre to get all of the load, and they certainly haven't been giving him all the load. Tawfiq Bartlett is more than getting his fair share of the carries, and that continues here today.
Speaking of McIntyre, he's going to get a carry, and he's going to keep pushing forward through first contact and get close to the marker.
McIntyre with a carry.
And I do want to point out that Council Rock here, they're going with a red out in support of the Upper Dublin Hurricane Ida catastrophe that occurred right in our town of Upper Dublin. They are in red for us. Very much support. A lot of money going towards Upper Dublin and the damage after Hurricane Ida.
So an early third down here. They're going to go into the T formation. O'Sullivan making a quick adjustment. Now he's there. It's going to be a little carry to Tawfiq Bartlett. Did he get the first? I think he did.
And that's an important play to keep those sticks moving there on third down. After they did get the stop on the last play, I will give Council Rock's defense a little credit. Upper Dublin's starting to run the football. They've thrown a little screen pass action. It's a good football team. Do not concern yourself. Upper Dublin feels like they should win this game. They feel like they should.
Upper Dublin's not the flashiest offense. They're not the most visually
Mr.
impressive.
T formation.
Well, what they want to do on offense is not only do they want to score, but they want to control the clock, control the ball. As it's another screen there, that's going to be number 8, Griffin Pensabine on the catch there. So 2 screens to start off the game for Upper Dublin.
Yeah, we talked about how Griffin Pensabine had a great game in the last game and that insane catch he made, but overall just had a great game, really came into his own in this offense with Chris Colbrenner down. That's a good job getting him the ball to start this one.
Going to line up in a 4-4 defense here is Council Rock. 4 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers. It's going to be a carry to Tawfiq Bartlett. He's going to get what he can and get stood up by a wall of defenders.
So as CJ mentioned, that within that 4-4 defense, 8 guys in the box. When there's 8 guys in the box, it's hard to run the football, especially when you're not bringing an extra blocker there.
Or you're not just Derrick Henry.
Right, or you're not just Derrick Henry. But good for Upper Dublin, even though there's 8 guys in the box committing to the run game. Here there's 7, 8 guys in the box once again. We're going to see how will Council Rock leave the outside of this field.
Trying to get up the middle there to Dan Nardo. It is stopped. So the first incompletion for Upper Dublin today.
And Colin O'Sullivan is just going to be disappointed in himself because if he gets that ball up, that's more than a first down, especially with only 1 safety. That could be more than a first down. So just got to get that ball up ahead of because we talked about how there were 8 people in the box once again. Good for him for going up the scenes. Just got to get that ball up a little more.
Well, Jake, it's your favorite down of the game. It's second down and long. Big play here.
Absolutely.
Upper Dublin.
This is the difference between 0-3 and 7 points right here, folks.
Looking, Brett Callahan doesn't have Callahan, and they're going to call no intentional grounding. Wow, clearly in the tackle box.
In the tackle box, but I think they were talking about the receiver in the area. You see some of the defensive coaches on the Council Rock side. Motion here is a late flag.
Whoa, a very late flag now. They're They're going to call it intentional grounding after
On
a
the
lot of
Cardinals.
bickering there by Council Rock North. Sometimes it does work out for you.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes you're pulling that. You're pretending to pull the flag out of the pocket, and the official does listen. Not often, but that is a big play. Definitely takes Upper Dublin out of field goal range.
And it is also a loss of down. A lot of flags, you replay the down, not an intentional grounding. You lose that
Third
down.
long coming up.
So it is going to be third down and a country mile here for Upper Dublin. Man in motion. It's Pensabine. O'Sullivan looking. Pressure coming up the middle. Forces
nearly
it
picked off
to
by
Colbrenner.
number 3,
Incomplete.
Vaughn Vanderfeld.
Upper Dublin going to have to punt.
And he's just trying to force the ball, trying to not take a sack. It's the good quarterback instinct, but when you're out to the left, it's just I can't ever condone throwing the ball back into the middle of the field. But I do understand just trying to get rid of the football there. He does live to survive another down, and Upper Dublin will punt away, play a little field position.
A lot of pressure sent there
James
by
Bessler
Council Rock
and
North. They do
Gavin
not want to
Papp
sit
are
back
back
on
to
defense.
receive.
They want to make the offense make decisions, make the quarterback get it
Kick
out
coming
there,
from
and maybe
Owen
not
Carl.
even, make them make mistakes. Don't let them sit back in the pocket. You want to make that quarterback make mistakes. That is what this Council Rock North team lives by. Oh, man, they're not going to call it. That looked like it could have been a offsides. Going to look good on the stats there as it is inside the 20-yard
Indians
line.
ball.
Ball down to the 19 there off the punt by Owen Carl.
Owen Carl with a little checkup bounce gets that ball right where he wants to be. What do you think about that one, CJ?
It was a good punt. Did exactly what it needed to do. Again, looked like there might have been a bit of movement there defensively. I don't think it would have mattered. Still would have been
Wouldn't have brought
4th
them
and
into field goal
15.
range.
No, it still would have been 4th and 15, but hey, they get away with one. Upper Dublin, we thought they got away with one on the last down. So, going to come out now is this Souderton offense.
Souderton.
Oh, sorry, Council Rock North again. Indians and Indians. As a fumble now on the play. Who has it? Ball was definitely out
Looks like
before his
ball's
knee came
loose
down.
on the 22
Who do you
yard
think
line.
got it? They're
Upper
calling
Dublin
it UD football. So Upper Dublin, one play on defense.
Looks
Not
like it's a
only do they get
turnover.
the stop, they get the
Cardinals
ball
ball.
back.
Well, there's two ways to talk about this one. The first one is ball security for Council Rock North, and that certainly is a concern. This is something Upper Dublin has to some degree struggled with. They're not great taking the football away, especially fumbling. On the first play from scrimmage in this one, they show their ability to do that here.
Well, Chris Colbrenner early in the year went on that crazy run of interceptions where he had 4 in the first 5
Yeah.
games. Since then, it slowed down since they've played more running teams. But finally, they are able to get a turnover there. They have had a few turnovers recently, 2 straight
Sullivan
games
to
with an
McIntyre
interception by
for a short
Cairns, but
gain.
both of them were in the fourth quarter,
Yeah,
really.
the games were at that point pretty much over. Good for Upper Dublin getting the ball out there to McIntyre, getting McIntyre involved in the passing game. We talk about how Bartlett's a little more of a powerful runner and really an inline, in-the-box type of runner. McIntyre, they split him out wide. They can use him at wide receiver.
Well, yeah, you see one back there, but it's really 2 because they have a guy like McIntyre there lined up at the slot. Bartlett, he's going to get a nice carry there, rumbling
Bartlett with
and
the carry,
tumbling down to
wrapped
around
up
the 8-yard
by-
line.
And that's what Bartlett can do, folks. He just
57
runs that
of
football
the
right
Indians.
down the middle of your throat. And it doesn't. At this point, Council Rock has had a lot of people in the box with only one single high safety. Here you're going to see 2 single high safeties, but there's still 7 guys in the box because they've got 4 people on the line.
That 4-3 defense look here. Bartlett, he's going to run. He's going to
Bartlett with
get
another
close
carry.
around to the 2-yard line.
That's a
Looks
really
like
big
he's
run by
down
Bartlett.
on
Gets an
the
extra 2
2-yard
yards when he
line.
probably should not have put the ball at the 2 instead of the 4. I think we're going to have it at. We're going to have a little timeout action here.
It's our first
Timeout
timeout
North.
of the day today. We'd like to thank, again, Council Rock North for putting on this event, the Red Out, where they're helping both Council Rock North and Upper Dublin, people in front of us, people on the field, people everywhere. They're all buying these shirts and really helping out our Upper Dublin community. So thank you to them. I also like to thank our cameraman today, Zach Holman. He came with short notice, but really able to come in clutch and help us out a lot. Thank you to Zach. Quick time out here. What do you think of Upper Dublin so far, Jake?
Well, they've been really balanced with the offense, and we've talked about how Council Rock's got a lot of people in the box, but it doesn't matter because Upper Dublin is able to get the ball out to the outside in the passing game and force Council Rock to take 1 or 2 guys out of the box, and that's when Bartlett can really run down your throat. This is a 2-dimensional offense Upper Dublin has showed through the first half a quarter here, and as far as the defense is concerned, 1 play, 1 turnover, so you can't really complain about that one if you're the Cardinals.
Well, Upper Dublin has a amazingly athletic line, too, which I really think helps this running game. I mean, at left tackle, you got Riley Hackett. At right tackle, you got the big Hog Molly as, it's a touchdown,
For a
yes.
touchdown.
But you have the big man, we call him Yeti at right tackle. Then at left guard, you also got Kyrie Butler, who's incredibly athletic. So really able to help this Upper Dublin offense. And right there, you see it. Great blocking by the wide receivers
He's gonna
and
attempt the
left
extra point.
tackle
Absolutely.
Riley Hackett for the touchdown
Carl,
by
Good
Upper
play,
Dublin.
and he just gets out to the outside and, is able to get in there. Owen Carl here with the extra point. But just going back to the touchdown drive, taking advantage of turnovers is something that's really important in this sport. Turnovers do not happen often.
up.
You got to
It
get
is
7
good.
points when you're given the ball in your own in the other team's red zone, right? So that is good for Upper Dublin, capitalizing on the mistake and putting Council Rock here in a hole to start this one.
Upper Dublin up 7-0 as we're about to get this kickoff. Before then, we are going to take a short break
Upper
here
Dublin
at the
up
beginning of the game.
7-0.
We'll be right back in
Indy
30
able to bounce
seconds.
back.
So Owen Carr to kick off here, Upper Dublin. On the hold there was Chris Colbrenner on the last extra point instead of the normal Noah Lee holding.
Noah Lee hasn't been on the field much today. Wouldn't you agree about that one, CJ?
Well, he's not dressed to play. He's actually out today. You see him on the sideline. So Chris Colbrenner and a lot of other guys going to get more chances on offense
We
and
talked
in
about
the special
Griffin
teams
Tensity.
unit. That's
Really?
exactly right. So Council Rock North, they're going to get their
Jack
first
Kessler
real
with a
drive.
reception.
They had one
back.
They had one
And
play
tackled by the
to
Cardinals.
start off their last drive, but that ended up in a fumble.
Yeah, we're going to really see. Are they going to stick with the run game, or are they going to try and air the ball out to some degree? And we're going to see what they can really do with this football team here.
So coming out here will be Council Rock North. One wide receiver. They're going to be going in the flex bone here. We saw the flex bone a few weeks ago with Pennsbury. Upper Dublin struggled with it to start the game, but then they were able to get pretty good with stopping it, as right there they get a quick stop. Good sportsmanship,
Number 15
helping
with
up
the
the other
carry, Gavin
team.
Papp.
We talked
Tackled
about the
by
athleticism on the
Stewart.
Upper Dublin lines, and that's certainly evident there. They just overpowered them at the point of attack and really got to where they needed to be. That running back had absolutely no chance because of the athleticism and the detail-oriented nature of getting to that running back in the way he did.
Second down here now. We're going to see two wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. We're going to see two running backs in the formation, one offset to the right. It's going to be a pass and a catch. Man breaks through the first tackle and brought down. That is number 7, Will Scabona.
Will
Jackson
Scabona,
Farley.
he gets free from the defense and gets kind of out of that cluster in the middle of the field, and then Chris Colbrenner's trying to come up and make the big stop. Unable to get him, makes a nice little move with a nice little pickup. This is a pretty big play, though, for as far as this Council Rock team is concerned. If they go 3 and out here, that is a horrible, horrible way to start this football game.
We're going to see Quincy Pauling, number 10 for Upper Dublin, get a lot more reps today with Noah Lee out. Pauling had a very good game last week, though, with a few big plays.
Absolutely stuffed.
Farley hands
They
off
tried
the
to run
back.
that ball up the middle.
He's
There
wrapped
was
up
nothing.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
So they're going to go for it on 4th down, it looks like. Not a bit of a risky call, very risky call here
yeah.
early in the game on your own side of the field, on your own side of the 40-yard line.
Still yet to pick up a first down are these Indians,
Brings up
and they
4th
can't
down
run
and
the
short.
football. I mean, let's just be honest.
Looks like
They
the Indians are
fumbled
gonna
on
go
the
for it.
first play, and then they've had 2 plays for negative yards. This team just cannot run the football, it seems, on this Upper Dublin team.
It's going to be a sneak.
He
Does he
sneaks
get
by
it?
Farley. Looks like he's got a first down.
Waiting.
The first down for Council Rock, I may add.
So, yes, it is a first down. They just ran it right up the gut there. No need to mess around and do any gimmicks. Just a QB sneak right up the middle. Gets the first down for this Council Rock North offense.
And it certainly was iffy. I mean, it was a close call. He does get it, but it was close, and we're really talking about Upper Dublin's rush defense coming to play in this one.
Wide receiver at the bottom of your screen It's going to be a carry trying to seal the edge, but the big man, Kyrie Butler, going to shut that down.
Well, Upper Dublin clearly is the team setting the edge today. When we talk about setting the edge, that means getting to the sideline before the opponent, right? Getting to the spot. Upper Dublin's been getting to the spot all day on the outside, and that's why that play gets shut up.
Upper Dublin runs a 3-4 defense. You're going to see Kyrie Butler at nose tackle. Rushing off the edge is going to be Riley Hackett. You're also going to see Cale Jamison trying to get in there and rush, as they're going to be moving a few guys around. Get set. And the carry here is to number 7. That is Scabona, who gets stopped.
Again, setting the edge. They get out to the outside, and he has to cut it back into the middle where all those white jerseys are. Really good for Upper Dublin, getting out to the outside. This is fundamental defense at its finest. This is how you play football.
Well, Upper Dublin, they really want to be strong in that line. They were getting a little pushed around there by Quakertown a few weeks ago, and ever since then, they've really tried to tighten up this line. Guys like Tristan Cairns, Kyrie Butler, Cale Jamison, Riley Hackett, they have really stepped up in the last few weeks and been very, very solid.
Agreed with all those names. Since Quakertown, Upper Dublin's controlled the line of scrimmage in every game they've played.
Pauling almost gets the interception.
Well, that is what we call picture-perfect defense. We talked about beating them to the spot on the outside. How about just beating them to the spot where the football is? He absolutely runs the route for the receiver. No flag on the field, and it is going to be a big 4th down, and it looks like they're going to go for it, CJ.
Well, it was a clean play, 4th and 11.
He ran the route for him. I don't know why there's a discussion about a clean play.
It is going to be a punt. The kick is off. It's a little short, but it might get a good roll. No, it just goes out of bounds. Went a little to the right there, as Upper Dublin, they're going to have good field position again, starting at the 37-yard line of Council Rock North.
And we're going to really talk about Colin O'Sullivan and this offense, this two-headed monster running back with McIntyre and Bartlett, and how they're able to throw the football to guys like Chris Colbrenner. This offense is going to be the story of this game. If they can score a touchdown here or even just a field goal, it starts to feel like this game's getting buried for Council Rock North, considering they've already felt the need to go for it on 4th down once.
4 minutes, 33 seconds left in the first half. We're going to see gun spread formation with 4 wide receivers. It's going to be a carry to Bartlett, who's going to get stopped.
Wrapped up by number 21.
Council Rock defensive line really does get in there and stop that one cold. So I have to be impressed with that one. Upper Dublin's offensive line able to get a little bit of a push, but nothing special there. And we are going to see a little more of this Upper Dublin team.
We're sorry that our camera was a little far out. We are trying to tighten it up, get it a little closer, get you viewers the best view you possibly can get here of your Upper Dublin Cardinals. O'Sullivan barking out the call to Pensabene. It's going to be a play action that got tipped at the line.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. It looked. Sorry, the PA announcer, the speakerphone is right next to us. But, yeah, that ball just gets tipped at the line there, and it's unable to get to where it needs to be.
So Upper Dublin, they're going to have their real first down or
Martin
3rd down
Nice job.
and long. It's around 3rd and 10.5, I'd say. Going to see gun spread again. Bartlett to the left side of O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan making a few changes at the line. He's looking, pressure coming off his right, and that's going to be caught to Griffin Pensabene, but it looks a little short.
Good for Colin O'Sullivan, seeing the pressure is coming from the right side and knows immediately to get to the left side of the formation to complete that pass. I do see Colin O'Sullivan. He sees the right side, he sees the pressure is coming, and he gets out to the left. The only problem is the route wasn't run to the sticks where it needed to be. So it's going to be 4th down and very short. It looks like UD will go.
Are gonna go for it.
4th down and short. Jacob Cornbluth coming into the game to be that fullback up the middle. They're going to give it right to McIntyre, and they are going to tumble forward and get the first down. Drive keeps going.
Line of scrimmage, folks. That's exactly what the story of that play was. Upper Dublin was stronger at it, and it wasn't particularly close. They got an absolutely unbelievable push. It looks like they came away with 3 or 4 yards on that play. Upper Dublin really starting to feel themselves going into this one.
So now Upper Dublin, they're going to go with the pistol strong formation. Going to have Dan Nardo in at tight end. It's going to be a pitch out to McIntyre. I know you're not a big fan of the pitch play, Jake, as
Another
it gets
handoff to
stopped.
McIntyre.
I hate the
He's
pitch
wrapped up
play.
by Gavin Papp.
You know I hate the pitch
little
play.
to no
I'll
gain.
never understand pitching the ball 7 yards backwards to try and run 7 yards and then whatever you're going to gain. But whatever. Jokes aside, Upper Dublin, the offensive line, the thing about the pitch play is when you have to block for that long, someone's going to get free. Someone's going to blow that up. And someone did there, 2nd down and 11. This is a big play for Upper Dublin as far as scoring on this drive is concerned.
2nd and 11. Ball on the 48-yard line of Upper Dublin. Single high safety press coverage. Let's see. Rolling to his right is O'Sullivan. Pressure coming. He is out of the tackle box this time. Incomplete, but it's going to be a late hit on O'Sullivan, I think.
It seems like it. Originally we thought it was going to be grounding, but then it was clearly cleared the left tackle's original point, I would think.
I believe that it was roughing the passer after the play. Let's see the call.
Indeed it is.
Intentional grounding.
No, that is
And a personal foul.
So they're
on
going to
Indians.
call roughing the passer
Penalties are offset.
and intentional grounding.
Repeat,
Penalties
2nd down.
offset. So 2nd down and 11, so another chance for both teams.
Absolutely. I thought for sure Colin O'Sullivan cleared the left tackle, but I guess not. In any case, it's going to be another 2nd down and 11. Probably the best for Upper Dublin when the play ended up an incompletion.
I mean, most definitely. 2nd down and 11 here. Let's see what Upper Dublin comes out with. They're going to have Trips wide receiver to the top of your screen. They're going to have one man down low. And they're going to have Bartlett at running back. O'Sullivan rolling to his right. He's going to find Colebrenner, who gets brought down after a solid
Number
completion.
17 Pessler
And
with
even
the
though
tackle.
Upper Dublin doesn't pick up the first down on that play, it's an
to
extremely
Colebrenner is
positive
complete.
play because the difference between 3rd and 11 and 3rd down and 4 is absolutely huge. So those 7 yards are a big, big difference here on this 3rd down play call.
3rd down. We're going to see the T formation here for Upper Dublin. They're just going to try to power it up the middle with Bartlett. Who did he get it? It's going to be another close call here for the referees. Might need the chains. Waiting for the call. Short.
That's gutsy to make that kind of a call. Fullback dive, 4 yards out. It's very close. Good for Upper Dublin getting a big push. It looks like they may or may not go for it. We do not see Owen Carl at the field on
They
this
might be
time.
checking the chains here to see. Maybe bring out the chains. Check
It
if
looks
they make
extremely
it.
Close. It looks like the line again was the 41, and the ball is just about at that point. So let's take a look.
Chain gang comes out. Let's see. Does he clear it? First down, Upper Dublin.
Just barely, based on a little bit of a spot. Great for Upper Dublin. 4-yard gain with a fullback dive on 3rd and 4 is an absolutely huge play in the complexion of this game. We are nearing the end of the quarter here, and Upper Dublin is in control of this game.
So Upper Dublin, they're going to have a first down here in Council Rock North territory. Man in motion. It's Colebrenner. O'Sullivan going to hand it off to the other side. And it's going to be a nice run there for Tawfiq Barwood, who's
Handoff to Barwood.
gotten the majority of the carries today.
Really has. McIntyre has really been more of a receiving back as far as the play designs. He's caught a few out of the backfield and even one from the slot position. Upper Dublin is a really balanced football team. They can throw the ball to Chris Colebrenner and Griffin Penseby and Noah Lee when he's on the field. They run the ball with Bartlett and McIntyre. It's a really good team. Makes it very easy for Colin O'Sullivan.
O'Sullivan's pass. to
O'Sullivan's
Callahan, complete.
pass is caught. That was Brett Callahan, the
Number
senior wide
17
receiver.
Pessler with a
Now, if we
tackle.
go back to that last play, one thing I wanted to point out was Riley Hackett going all the way from the left tackle position
Absolutely.
around his right tackle
Yeah.
and making that block. That's just how athletic he is.
And not even just athleticism, the play design to understand how to bring tackles and guards to the other side of the formation where the run is. Very big stuff.
He might
It
have a
does matter.
man deep going for the shot. It's
Ooh.
broken up, incomplete in the end
O'Sullivan's
zone.
pass
Good for
is
Colin
broken
O'Sullivan
up
looking deep.
by Pessler again.
Folks, you might not understand. These guys are wearing pads. These quarterbacks, it is very, very hard to make that type of
No,
throw 30 yards
absolutely.
down the
30
field.
And we talked about, 30 yards not super deep. No, 30 yards down the field in pads, especially getting it where it needs
In
to be.
high school,
And
too.
that ball was where it needed to be. It was just good coverage. Get that ball to the corner of the end zone where it belongs. That's not an easy throw by any stretch. Big 2nd and 10 here, though, Upper Dublin. And Colin O'Sullivan has really just become a great manager of the game, managing the better football team to a few wins the last couple weeks, and we're going to see what he can do here.
They're giving it to Michael Wright out of the slot on the sweep. He's
just doesn't
still
go down.
going.
O'Sullivan
Took
hands
around
off to
3
number 3,
defenders
Michael
there
Wright.
to take him down after 2
defenders.
whiffed.
Number 3.
Avi
3
Patel.
defenders for number 3. He just doesn't go down,
Touchdown
folks.
Indians as well.
There's going to be a lot of assisted tackles on that play.
Absolutely.
Neil Diamond playing by the band. 3rd and 5 with 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Bartlett at running back, 3 wide receivers to the top of your screen, 1 at the bottom. Rolling to his right is O'Sullivan. He's going to hit his man, Brett Callahan, who gets the
O'Sullivan
first
to
down.
Callahan.
And yeah, he's just finding all these different receivers. He's
first
found
down.
Colbrenner. He's found Penseby. He's found McIntyre out of the backfield. He's found Michael Wright, and now he's finding Brett Callahan. Colin O'Sullivan is just dishing the ball around, finding everyone. Great distributor of the football here. Absolutely unbelievable. And that is the end of the quarter. And we're going to take a short break. I'm Jake Levine with CJ Ambrose, and we will be back when we switch sides.
I guess saves us a bit of time getting back to you a little late.
Absolutely.
So neutral zone infraction with encroachment there. So Upper Dublin, they're going to get it closer. 1st and 5 on the, on the 10-yard line, sorry.
Certainly been a methodical drive for Upper Dublin. They're just walking down the field on this team, dishing the ball out, short passes, runs. It's been a really nice drive for Colin O'Sullivan and these Cardinals.
O'Sullivan rolling out, looking, firing, touchdown, Griffin Pensabine.
And this is where Colin O'Sullivan's smartness of the game is just so obvious. He rolls to the left and makes the linebacker come up and challenge him. Because if the linebacker doesn't challenge him, well, he'll just take the first down. As soon as the linebacker challenges him, Griffin Pensabine gets free. He lost the ball over the linebacker's head. Really a beautiful play by Colin O'Sullivan, understanding what he's doing. Good for him.
Extra point. Long snapper Rodriguez. Colbrenner to hold this week. And the kick is up. And it is off.
The kick is no good.
A little to the right.
Scores.
You don't really see that much from Owen Carl now, do you, CJ?
Owen automatic, not good there. Everyone, no one bats 1,000. Everyone makes mistakes.
This
it's
is
okay.
true. This is true.
Still up by 2 scores, though. 13-0. Upper Dublin leads in the very beginning of the second quarter.
Yeah, and this one could have the potential to reach what we'd call blowout status should Council Rock North not do anything on this drive, and then Upper Dublin were to score again. This drive for the Indians is going to determine the complexion of this game. They get 3 points, they're in this game. It's still the second quarter, right? If they don't score or they give them a short field, this game could get out of hand quick.
kickoff will be brought to you by Sterling Specialties.
So
Number
Owen
44,
Carl
Carl
to
for
kick
the
off
kick.
now. Got to clear his head of what happened there on the extra point and just boot this ball off. Charging up. Boom. Here we go. This ball going to fall at around the 22-yard line, and he's taken down
Jack Presser
around
with a
the
run back.
32-yard line. That's Jack Presser.
Big hit by Upper Dublin there. Really comes in and lays down that
Looks
hit
like the
there.
Indians will take over on the 32-yard line.
Ball on the 32-yard line to start off this drive for Council Rock North. They have a big game next week against Council Rock South. It's the North-South game. But first, they got to get through this Upper Dublin team, who they're currently trailing 13-0, but game is still in its early stages, and they have an opportunity here with this drive.
Absolutely. Still a lot of time in the second quarter. A lot of time to turn this around and go into halftime a one-score game or even tie.
In the single back formation with 4 wide receivers, it's going to be a play action, a good play action, but sacked down. Paulie going to be sacked down by Riley Hackett, and number 7, the captain of this defense, Tristan Cairns.
And we really talk about how Upper Dublin's defensive line has controlled this game. I'd argue they've been the story of this game so far. You could talk about how efficient Upper Dublin's offense has been. This defensive line is just overwhelming Council Rock's offensive line here, and they're really controlling this game defensively.
So only 2 yards lost, but a sack is a sack, as it's going to be a more common formation now for high school football. Just a gun spread. It's going to be another pass. Pressure wild again. 6 guys there on the sack.
A total overwhelming of the offensive line. That is what this Upper Dublin defensive front is doing, making it very easy on the Upper Dublin back 7. They're not even rushing that many guys. They're just getting home.
It's not very controversial to say that Upper Dublin's defensive line is bigger than Council Rock North's offensive line.
For sure.
So when you have a smaller team, what a lot of teams do is they run that flex bone option offense. They run a lot of these quick offenses. But you can't really do that when you're running play actions, when you're running 3, 4, 5-step drops, which has given this Upper Dublin team sacks on the last 2 plays. And now you have to run it because it's 3rd down. They do run a quick play, but it is broken up. So a 3-and-out now for Council Rock North.
Upper Dublin really feeling themselves now after that kind of a play. They are in control. They're going to give this back to their highly efficient offense. Griffin Penske, Chris Colbrenner, defeat Bartlett, Net, and Feast McIntyre. Upper Dublin looking to strike once again after what feels like it has to be a punt at this point.
So punt here. Might have been an offsides on Upper Dublin. Back to return is Colbrenner, who is going to pick it up. He's going to run. Has a bit of a block, slips off a tackle, then gets brought down. But let's see the flag on the field. We might be doing this again.
No, 57, excuse me. But there's a flag on the play.
And yep, they are calling the special teams units back onto the field. Waiting to see the official call. Encroachment by the defense. So 5 yards picked up here for Council Rock North. So instead of punting on 4th and 21, it's going to be 4th and 16. Let's see if they decline it, though.
Flag is on the Cardinals. Looks like offside.
It's a little dangerous to even accept this flag, because what could happen is a bad snap. What could happen is a block. So a lot of teams, when this happens and they're going to punt again, they just decide to decline it. Because, again, you have all those potential possibilities of something bad happening. Let's see what the call is.
So I've always been a proponent of the 5 yards should be tacked on at the end of the return. Don't make them do it again. Don't give them that possibility to do it again. Just move Upper Dublin back 5 yards to whoever the infracting team is in this situation. I don't feel like we need to see another punt. That's always been my 2 cents on this.
Well, I'm a commentator, not a coach. So we are going to see this punt again. It's going to be 4th and 16 for Council Rock North. They're going to send out the punting unit again. Punting for Council Rock North is going to be James
Looks
McCaffrey.
like the Indians are electing to kick it again.
They're going to kick it from the 25-yard line now, or the 26, my mistake. Refs having a bit of a conference, trying to get the spot of the ball correct. Here we go. Colbrenner going to be back again. He didn't run too much on the last one. Might as well get him a few more sprints, right? Take two. Here we go. The punt. It's going to be a line drive punt brought in by Colbrenner. And again, this is one of the risks of punting again. He's going to keep going and get down to the 22-yard line. Again, that's why a lot of teams decline, because something like that can happen where it is a very good return and now you actually lose yardage on the punt.
Exactly. That's exactly why I'm a fan of declining the penalty and why I think the rule should be tacked to 5 yards to the end of the run. But regardless, it is going to be Upper Dublin here set up pretty much at the Council Rock North red zone, looking for even some more points here in the second quarter.
4 wide receivers for Upper Dublin. Looks like a zone coverage here. Could see McIntyre break open over the middle, but no, it's going to be a draw play to Bartlett, who has room over the middle, and he gets a nice carry there.
Well, it was actually Council Rock's defensive line who came through and did a lot of things the Upper Dublin team's been doing as far as their defense. He just makes an insane cut and cuts them all up and gets some positive yards out of that one. Full 9 yards makes it 2nd and 1.
O'Sullivan going to give it off to Bartlett again. He's been a workhorse today. Short gain there on 2nd and 1. Looks like a first down.
Yeah, Upper Dublin at this point,
But it's enough for a first down.
No rush. I mean, their offense isn't exactly based in the hurry up, so there's absolutely no rush to snap this ball.
1st and goal on the 10. O'Sullivan looking, firing, and it's a little over the head of Chris Colbrenner. Goes out of bounds.
We hear a lot of marching band, a lot of PA announcers out here today.
But hey, we got mics today, so maybe our audio will be clear.
Hopefully.
Colbrenner going to come off the field, and they're going to bring on the big man, Dan Nardo. Nardo stands at 6'2", around 175, the big tight end for this team. They're going to go in the pistol strong formation. And when it's strong is when the offset back is on the side of the tight end. They're giving it to McIntyre, who gets a small run there to set up 3rd and, I guess, a little more manageable.
Yeah, good for Upper Dublin, able to move some of those fullbacks, some of those guards to where they need to be. Gets 2 yards when they probably shouldn't have gotten any. That was a really good push by that Council Rock North defensive line here, who's getting a little stronger. And we're going to see, Owen Carl get maybe a shot to redeem himself from the field goal field.
Well, let's hope it's an extra point that he can redeem himself with.
Defensive stand.
4 men wide. Jacob Kornbluth in the backfield. That shows it'll probably be a pass. Yep, he's going to block. McIntyre gets flipped there on the tackle. Decision time.
Short of the goal line. Brings up 4th down.
I would kick it here, because you think if you kick it, they're going to have to score 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. I understand you want to get it to a 3-score game.
2-point conversions.
2 2-point conversions. I understand you want to get it to a 3-score game, but 3 yards is a lot to get.
No, I have to agree. I think you should also give Owen Carl the opportunity to redeem himself, try and get that missed extra point off his mind.
Might see a timeout here by Upper Dublin. Play clock is still going down. Still waiting here. I believe a timeout was called. Yes, we're going to get a timeout here by Upper Dublin.
Yeah, they just, I think, wanted to take the clock down a little bit more, try and waste a little bit of time here in the second quarter. We're about halfway through, for those of you keeping track, and I think this probably, it looks like they're going to go for it, or at least discuss going for it. What do you think you would do, CJ?
So you have 2 options here. Either you kick the field goal, which is essentially an extra point from 3 yards. Actually, it is. That is where it's lined up in high school, right? You get that, it's a 16-point game, which is still 2 possessions. You get the touchdown here, it's a 3-possession game. Now, Council Rock has not moved the ball on offense. Personally, I would take the 2 points and bet on my defense, or the 3 points and bet on my defense here.
I agree. I think part of it is also get Owen Carl and make it there. So, having a little discussion here, a little bit of a prolonged timeout.
Timeout coming to a close soon enough. And it looks like they are going to send out the offense here. What are you expecting to see here, Jake?
I'm expecting some kind of misdirection with McIntyre
Cardinals bringing out
and
their
Bartlett.
offense
So
for
it's
this
Bartlett
fourth
in the
goal.
backfield. You could see there's two receivers on
make
each
some
side, and
noise.
McIntyre is indeed one of those receivers.
I'm calling quick play here to Colebrenner. Maybe a little
Little pick
slant
play.
or a drag over the middle by him. He could set a pick on offense. They are going to look
A little
Colebrenner,
bit of a zig route.
and
Oh.
he gets the touchdown.
That's a beautiful throw.
A
folks.
beautiful-
Pass complete
A
to
beautiful
Colebrenner.
Julian
From
Edelman-style
O'Sullivan.
zig route, out route
Touchdown,
combination.
Cardinals.
Touchdown there by Colebrenner, as it is now 19-0.
What's going to get lost on a lot of the people here is, yes, the route is very well run, but the throw here, it's not an easy throw because it looks like an easy throw. You have to get that ball high, and if it's not caught, it needs to be out of bounds or else it's going to get intercepted. The only person who should be able to catch that ball is your receiver, Owen Carl.
I believe that kick was
from the Cardinals.
might have been-
Short. Tipped.
blocked. Yeah, it
No
was
good.
definitely tipped.
So certainly not Owen Carl's day up to this point, but going back to the touchdown, that throw is absolutely unbelievable as it gets outside where it needs to be. If it's not caught, it's out of bounds, which is exactly where that needs to be, and good for Upper Dublin here. Gets a big touchdown on a gutsy play call.
Play away at Tuesday. Opponent yet to be determined. Similarly, our girls volleyball team has led the district, and they have a bye on Tuesday, but play their first playoff game on Thursday. Again, awaiting an opponent.
Owen Carl, he's going to kick off here for Upper Dublin. Upper Dublin now up 19-0, so it is a 3-possession game here at Council Rock North. And you're going to need a response here if you are Council Rock North, or this game can get ugly and get ugly really fast. Owen Carl lining up, gets as far as he wants. Now he's moving off to the right. Carl moves, as does his guys. Kick is off, and it's another short kick. Going to be muffed. Who has it? Upper Dublin
Cardinals
has it.
recover the ball on the kickoff.
Griffin
Absolutely.
Penseby.
Penseby with the fumble recovery.
Just not firmly caught. Looks like he's trying to run upfield before he catches the football, and that is an absolutely huge play with 7:30 left in the second half, or second quarter, I should say, of this one. Upper Dublin looking to strike yet again.
McIntyre and Penseby looked like two cats attacking a mouse there, just absolutely pouncing on it.
Didn't you say something like that last week, CJ?
It was involving a mouse and cheese, yes. Nardo coming into the game. Believe they might have had 9. Hold on. Yeah, they had 10 guys on the field there and almost snapped it. Now they have 11. O'Sullivan looking. Play is called dead. This
Flag
means
on the play.
usually it's on the offense when they call it dead.
Absolutely, and it looks like it's going to be false
on the offense. Back 'em up.
So Upper Dublin going to start with a 1st and 15 on Council Rock North's side of the field. If you are viewing this video, please drop a like on it. It gets it recommended to more Upper Dublin faithful and high school football fans in general. And if you'd like to get notified every single time we upload a video here on UD Media, click that big red button that says subscribe and turn on post notifications in settings as O'Sullivan evading a defender, looking, firing to Callahan.
O'Sullivan's pass.
No flag.
Broken up.
Good for him for making a
Jack
miss,
Tesla.
but there's just nothing there. Nothing really to find there, and he just gets to survive another down. But after the false start, it's going to be 2nd and 15 here. Upper Dublin out of field goal range after the turnover.
If Council Rock North were to make a stop here, it could be a massive momentum shift for them.
Absolutely. Even down 3 scores, it would be absolutely huge with the way this game has gone.
Because you're stopping them after a very bad play off the kick return, and you're stopping an offense that you haven't been able to stop except for one time.
The very beginning of the game, when even then they were able to move the ball to some degree.
It's going to be a pass. McIntyre trying to evade, and he's going to gain a few yards there, so 3rd and long.
A
O'Sullivan
lot
to
of Colin
McIntyre.
O'Sullivan getting out of the backfield today.
Wrapped
That's something
up
I've
by
noticed,
Abby
really getting
Patel.
out of the pocket when he really doesn't have to. I usually am not a fan of that, but here I think it's working out for him because he's getting
Brings
better
up another
passing
3rd and
lanes.
long.
That's why he's getting out of the pocket for himself.
Just in case you guys
Make some
forgot,
noise to get 'em shaken
Jake
up.
Levine is a Giants fan, so he is all about his fullbacks and tight ends.
Absolutely.
All about that heavy offensive style Rolling out to his right, O'Sullivan looking, and he's going to find Pensabene.
O'Sullivan.
Is he
Pensabene.
short? I don't know. I would go for it here if you were Upper Dublin anyway. So,
Brings up fourth,
worst comes to
and it looks
worst,
about
yes,
4.
it is going to be 4th down. Worst comes to worst, you set yourself up for a much more manageable 4th down.
You don't think about an Owen Carl field goal here?
I wouldn't. No, I'd go for it here. There's no reason to kick it. Not only is it far, it hasn't been a great day, and I don't think that's anything controversial to say for the kicking unit.
Yeah.
I definitely think they're missing Noah Lee as the holder. People
Absolutely.
don't give holders and long snappers enough credit for how vital it is they are.
As far as kickers are concerned. And that's not really even an indictment on Chris Colbreder, who's doing the holding
Timeout
duties
taken
today. It's just
by
there's a
the
lot of
Cardinals.
chemistry there.
No, and Noah Lee has been very good for it. He's done it for years here for Upper Dublin.
Absolutely.
So it's a timeout for Upper Dublin. We're going to
We got
take
a
a
correction
quick
for
break with
North
6
Athletics
minutes
this
and
week.
13
Our girls'
seconds
soccer team will
left.
be home
We'll
on
be right
Tuesday,
back.
so you
Here, especially if you're Council Rock North.
This
So far,
year-
this game, my fault. It's a pass, and I believe that is good for a
O'Sullivan's
first
pass
down.
to
Quick little out route there
Pensabene
to
is complete
Pensabene.
for a first down.
Griffin Pensabene has been, reliable, old reliable today with his hands.
Absolutely. He's been really Colin O'Sullivan's favorite target wherever he is. It seems like Pensabene is there for him. Really important for this Upper Dublin team to have that kind of veteran presence.
Since the muffed kickoff, you can feel it here on the Council Rock North side because that's where we are. The wind has just been taken out of the sails here.
Jeffrey
Hand off to
Bartlett
Barrett.
running the football.
Outstanding tackle by Gavin Papp.
You did that
Gonna keep it
play
for
in
a
the
short
first
gain.
quarter, right? You made that stop, got him behind the line. First quarter, fans are going to go ruckus for you. The band's going to start playing. Right now, that's just not happening.
No,
The wind is out of the sails.
Absolutely. The stadium feels a little, I wouldn't say dead, but not alive for sure. The energy just isn't there. Very quiet here today in Council Rock North, about a half hour away from the Cardinals Stadium where the pep rally was held yesterday.
Yeah, it was very electric. We're going to see a shot here to the end zone. Incomplete. That's
Pass
clean.
is incomplete
That's some very good
between O'Sullivan
defense.
Almost an
And
unbelievable
Pensabene.
adjustment by Pensabene. That ball is well placed, but really nice defense there by Council Rock North. Makes it 3rd down and 10.
It's not controversial to say Council Rock North has not had the greatest game, but one thing they definitely can take away so far that they've done very well is they have had very good pass coverage on the
They
outside.
certainly have, especially on the outside. When Colin O'Sullivan looks deep, it has not mattered.
It's been very clean coverage, no penalties, but it's been close.
Third and 10.
It's been tough coverage. A little bit of grabbing, a little bit of fighting, but nothing where you warrant a flag or anything of that sort. O'Sullivan, 3rd down. They're just going to hand it off here on a misdirection draw,
Hand off to Bartlett.
and that's pretty close. You could consider going for it here.
Yeah, I mean,
which brings up 4th down.
What are you doing here, Jake? You taking the points, or are you going to go for
it's
it?
4th and a full 4. I would take
4th
the
down
points
means
here.
you need to make some noise to support our defense. Let's go North.
Upper Dublin, they're going to go for it again. They've had this possession for a while. They've really had the ball on offense since midway through the first quarter because the last time they didn't have an offense, it was a kickoff where they got the ball back.
Exactly.
O'Sullivan might have gotten a man to jump. They're not going to call it. They're going to say he stayed behind. O'Sullivan
They were going to run a play. I thought they were just
looking, and he gets the first down
O'Sullivan with
again.
another pass
I wasn't sure we
outside
were
to
actually going to have a
McIntyre.
play ran. I thought it was just
Brings
going to
up
be,
first and
a little
goal.
bit of a try and get him to jump. But good for him getting the ball out to McIntyre, who's really been a really key part of the passing game today. As far as McIntyre is concerned, Bartlett's really been the runner. But Upper Dublin is a balanced offense. They're really showing it here today.
Yeah, you can see you were a little surprised. They're like, oh, they ran the ball.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought that was just going to be a classic timeout with 1 second on the play clock.
Well, Upper Dublin, they are out of timeouts. And there it is. It's going to be a touchdown. Another one on the year for Nafis McIntyre. I believe that makes it 6.
Something in that nature. I think maybe 6 or 7. Certainly the story of this year for the Upper Dublin offense, because he really came in when Michael Wright went down and has been that rocket running back for Upper Dublin.
He has been a stalwart of this offense. He's been awesome. I mean, there's no other way to put it. You've seen a great year, awesome progression this year from Nafis McIntyre. It's a shame he's a senior, but he has had just a great year. As the kick is up and good. Owen Carl finally, third time is the charm.
Feel a little better about himself, 2 for 4 on the day of extra points. We're going to take a little break here before we get the kickoff.
Owen Carl going to kick this ball off. Zach, what do you think of this game so far? How's it been?
Upper Dublin's playing really good football right now. They're dominating both sides of the ball, so it's been really great to see.
Another muff there on the play. Who has Upper Dublin might have that football. Upper Dublin has the football.
Wow. All 3 phases of the game are going Upper Dublin's way. And 4 minutes to go here in the first half, and Upper Dublin looks like they're knocking on the door of making it possibly a 5-possession game. That would be absolutely unbelievable here in the first half for Upper Dublin to have that kind of momentum in this one.
Depending on the length of this possession, we could see a full quarter of football where only one team had the ball on offense.
It would be pretty much that.
Upper Dublin, they've had it since around the middle of the first quarter, and then since then they've never lost control of it. O'Sullivan, he's just going to take the classic Tony Romo sack, go down, no need to get hit.
Exactly.
From number 21, Avi Patel.
And, yeah, it doesn't really matter for Upper Dublin take that kind of a sack. The clock keeps moving, hopefully get to the halftime, and a lot of things are going to happen at halftime. There's certainly going to be a lot of things said by a lot of people at halftime as far as both sides are concerned. Halftime is going to be very interesting. Love to be a fly on the wall in both of these locker rooms. I'm not going to lie.
Paint might be coming off the walls.
I'd
in
love to
Council Rock North Side.
Love to be a fly on the wall in one of those locker rooms.
You take control.
It's going to be Upper Dublin here as it's Rodriguez here. Colin O'Sullivan's going to take the play off, and the give is to McIntyre, who still pushes a little bit. We talked about how Colin O'Sullivan seems to have taken that play off.
Pack of Indians.
And now Rodriguez is going to walk off the field.
For a very short gain.
And we've seen this now the last few games. Nick Rodriguez comes into the game. It's been a run every time, but you're going to get your starting quarterback a rep off. You're going to get Nick Rodriguez a rep. And you never know when another quarterback just comes into the game. It definitely messes with the psyche of another team. Something's up.
Yeah. Nothing was really up there. It was more of just a little bit of a four-yard carry, but it's O'Sullivan here.
O'Sullivan going to pass, and he has his man Cole Brenner setting up fourth down.
Scans the field, looks at 3 different receivers before he finally finds Cole Brenner sneaking open,
Brings
and that's
up third
just
down.
That's what a veteran quarterback is. He just looks around, sees, oh, he's open. Sure,
Well,
fire
actually,
that ball on
fourth
the
down.
outside. Fourth down
Let's
and
make a
1
big
here.
defensive stand here.
4th down and 1. They're going to go in the T formation. They're going to have 2 tight ends. It's going to be Tristan Cairns and Dan Nardo. Cairns had the big reception at the end of the game last week to milk the game away, and he had an interception last week to also milk it away. McIntyre breaks through. He's going to get a touchdown on the 4th and 1. He looked like he was getting stood up there. I was calling it as if he was getting stood up. But then suddenly he gets through, breaks through the wave, and gets into the end zone. This game is a blowout.
Folks, it's over 30 points here. An extra point here would make this a 5-score game before we even hit the break. And Upper Dublin here, we're going to see Cano and Carl get a little extra point here, get back above 500 in the extra point column. Nafis McIntyre has been an absolute pleasure to watch today. I hope for all of you as well. Running the ball, catching the ball. He seems to be the best player on the field right now.
2 touchdowns in the first half for McIntyre. Kick is up. Kick is good. Folks, don't turn away. It's a kickoff. And as the saying goes, you never know what's going to happen. Today, you never know what's going to happen on the kickoff.
Certainly never know what's going to happen on the kickoff because there's been 2 muffs on the last 2 kickoffs for the Council Rock North Indians. And we're going to see a lot more action probably here before this one is over. And 2.5 minutes to go before the break. Certainly been an interesting one. CJ? What are you thinking on this kickoff?
Council Rock North fans are getting out their prayer books, crossing their fingers, and hoping they're going to get to see some blue uniforms on offense. So Owen Carl going to do his routine. Goes back as far as he wants. Goes a little few steps to the right. Kickoff. What's going to happen? He does a little pooch. He catches it. It's not muffed. And he actually gets a good return. The fans go wild.
Great run back.
I thought it was funny that you made a big deal about him catching it. But then when the fans all screamed that he caught.
James McCaffrey there, the kicker for this team, and also a returner. He's able to make the play, get the catch, and return it for a good return there. And finally, we see some blue offense return to the field.
We're going to see some Houston Oilers versus Buffalo Bills wild card action here. When Buffalo came back down 35-3 with the backup quarterback.
That backup quarterback was Frank Reich, former
coach of the Colts now.
Yeah, coach of the Colts, former Eagles offensive coordinator. Man in motion. They're back into that flex bone. Jake's favorite play. It's a pitch, and it gets stopped.
Correction. Jake's favorite play is not the pitch. Jake hates the pitch.
Jake also speaks in the third person now.
Apparently.
So we're going to see second down. Time winding down around 2 minutes. 2nd and 9. So they do give him a gain of 1 yard there. McCaffrey coming into the game. Farley at quarterback. They're going to go in the gun here. Might see pressure sent here by Upper Dublin's defense. And that's exactly what it is. Pressure coming. Ball tipped and almost caught off the rebound. Incomplete, 3rd and long.
Good for Upper Dublin playing through the whistle there, making the tackle even when the ball's nowhere near him. They do teach you to play through that whistle.
Incomplete to Will Scabona.
And yeah, that is incomplete. Well knocked down. Upper Dublin really playing great team defense. We talked about their defensive line early, and it's now really their back 7 who's showing up to play in this one as they try and get out of this one with a W.
3rd down and 9. If you don't get this 3rd down, I mean, what would you do here? I mean, it's really weird because you're down by 33, but it's also you're in your own
second quarter.
40. Yeah. Well, we got to see it to theorize it, right? Let's let the play happen. Pressure coming.
Oh,
Another sack for Upper Dublin. Folks, the grass is not always greener on the other side.
No, absolutely not. Upper Dublin is really... This is a statement win. We talked about how they kind of struggled.
Let's not call it a win yet. Let's let the game go.
The way they played against Pennsbury and the way they played against Souderton, there was reason for concern, especially on the offensive side of the ball and in the running game for the defense. Oh. That is going to be a flag. That's going to be running into the kicker, roughing the kicker, something of that nature. But talked about Upper Dublin. The way they played against Pennsbury and Souderton, even though they were both wins, there was some concern. Harry S. Truman, that game felt closer than it actually was. It felt like Upper Dublin hadn't really been great since Ben Salem in the second half. Upper Dublin has really controlled this football game. This is a different team.
Depending on the call, it'll be 5 yards or 15 yards.
Cardinals for roughing the kicker.
That's going to be that's the 15-yard.
Wow. That's a big play. That'll give him a shot here on 4th down.
That certainly
It's
is
going to
the
result
correct call.
in a North first down.
Or a first down. Sorry, automatic first down, too. So you take the first downs any way you could get them. Council Rock North going to get the first down there.
Absolutely, but we were talking about Upper Dublin. Apart from that play, has played really disciplined. This has really been a great showing for Upper Dublin in this one.
Making some defensive changes is Upper Dublin.
Seems as though they were unsure of where to spot that football, no?
They're also unsure of where to put the markers. Wait, is Upper Dublin on offense? What just happened?
Cardinal take over.
Upper Dublin has the ball now. It's going to be a run. McIntyre breaks free. He's going down the sideline. 10-5
McIntyre breaks that long run.
touchdown.
No touchdown.
His
What a
third
turn of
rushing
events.
touchdown of the half. And that's really how this game has gone for Council Rock North.
The game in one play, pretty much.
Confusion. Don't know necessarily what's going on. Upper Dublin gets the ball, and they now make it 39-0, potentially 40-0 at the end of the first half.
They don't panic when they don't know what's going on. They just play football. And Owen Carl, what would that make it? 4 of 6 extra points with good one here?
Exactly right. This is uncharted territory for me and Jake. We have never called a blowout like this for Upper Dublin. We've called a few what you could call blowouts against them, but never for them, as it is now an astonishing 40-0.
Before we even hit the break, and I would, again, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in one of these locker rooms. I don't care which one. I think they would both be very interesting to be in.
I was talking to the football team earlier this week, a few of the guys at lunch, right? And we were talking about the game, and we agreed, this team, this Council Rock North team, they've shown glimpses where they could be successful, where they could be good and be some good competition for Upper Dublin, be a good game. And I even said it, I predicted that this would be a close game. I said this could be something like 24-17.
Something close at the end here.
This has been, just blown them out of the water.
On their own field, no less.
This is one of those games where if you're the fans, you're looking towards next week, the North-South game.
Absolutely, the big rivalry game, Council Rock North and Council Rock South. But Upper Dublin, especially with all the things Council Rock's done, we've talked about the hospitality they've had with the shirts, with raising money to help the effects of Hurricane Ida in the Upper Dublin community. This has been, it feels like that's become a sideshow to what's become this absolutely ridiculous football game here. 40-0, and we haven't hit the break.
And don't turn your heads away. It's a kickoff. And they've gotten 2 in a row now. Returning for Council Rock. And he's brought down around the 22-yard line.
Yeah, what do you think, if you're Council Rock North, what are you doing before the break?
You don't really find me for a loss for words, but I don't know. Because you can't run a long pass offense because your offensive line has just been no better way to say it. Kind of trampled, right?
Yeah.
By this Upper Dublin defensive line. You can't run it because you're down 40. The flex bone, but that's a lot of runs and that's a lot of movement and confusion. I have no idea. Maybe quick passes, try to break something after the run. As Upper Dublin, quarterback gets away. It's going to be a first down.
And a first down.
What an unbelievable continuance. That seems like the first hugely positive play Council Rock North's had in a while. Looks like they're going to try and get some points here before the break. And there's still a ways to go here. 33 seconds in the first half, so it is still a bit of a long shot. And, we've seen certainly a lot of Upper Dublin here in this first half of football. It's been 33 points in the second quarter. That's absolutely insane if you really do think about it, especially in what's only a 12-minute quarter here. 2 timeouts for Council Rock North as they try and get some points before the break.
We were talking about this game, about how Upper Dublin, they got to be preparing for playoffs, getting ready for potentially, if they win playoffs again, states. Well, this is one way to show your dominance. Put other teams on notice. You can't be sneaking up now.
No, you're not sneaking up on anybody now. They see this game and they're like, "Oh, Council Rock was an improving football team. They looked better, near the end of the season than they did back in early September." And you put them right back into late August form. It feels like with this one.
But first down now after a positive play. Don't tune out yet. Hey, 33 seconds left in the first half. Let's see. With 2 timeouts, can Council Rock North do something here? A lot of times at the end of the half, you could catch defenses sweeping, especially up like this. It's going to be a pass by Farley. And oh my goodness, what an interception by DJ Cerisier.
Absolutely beautiful coverage. He plays the receiver perfectly. He gets the safety help that he needs, and then Cerisier just turns around, gets his head on the football just like you're supposed to do.
One arm traps it into his body.
That is an unbelievable play by Upper Dublin, and it's all white and red here in Council Rock North.
Cardinals take
26 seconds in this one.
26 seconds left in the first half, up 40. I expect Upper Dublin just to run one play here, maybe even take a knee, take it into the half. They are in V formation, so we're going to be going to the half after this play. Knee is down, and we will be joining you at halftime. After halftime in the third quarter. I'm CJ Ambrose with Jake Levine, Zach Holman at camera. Ending this first half, Upper Dublin 40, Council Rock North nothing. Go to the bathroom, grab your popcorn. We'll be back in 12 minutes. Mike's hot. Jake, Mike's hot.
What's the most we've gone to?
The most I've ever seen. I think it's like
You got what you needed?
Yeah. I think I got a lot of you guys in it, though.
I'm sorry. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Council Rock North. If you have missed so far this game, you missed a lot. An incredible 40-0 Upper Dublin lead. It has been the classic definition of a blowout. The lead was spurred on by great Upper Dublin defense, getting 3 sacks and not one but 2 muffed kickoff returns, as this one is taken in clean. And Upper Dublin, they're just attacking the ball. They're trying to knock it out again.
Absolutely.
Ryan Dellinger with an interception.
What you also didn't mention is DJ Cerisier's interception there at the end of the half. That was a pretty big play too. And Colin O'Sullivan, his game management on offense and then defensively, just the attacking at the line of scrimmage that this Upper Dublin team has done. They have really controlled this game in all facets, all 3 phases, and it is 40-0 here as we start and it's a running clock. Keep in mind, since it is over 40 points, we are going to have a running clock. We're not going to stop after possession changes, incomplete passes. It is a running clock at this point.
Also, 4 turnovers. I mean, when you have 4 turnovers in one half, this is what'll happen.
Looks to be about a 5-yard
There was
gain.
also a fumble earlier, too, by Council Rock North. And Upper Dublin hasn't been a very difficult, very complex, I should say, offensive approach. What they've done is they've just run it right down the throat of Council Rock North.
And Colin O'Sullivan has really managed this game very well. He has been the quintessential game manager quarterback like Coker or A.J. McCarron was at Alabama. He was just running the football, throw the ball to the tight end, get it outside of the receivers, just manage the game, win games. Really a big, big win for this Upper Dublin team. And I call it a win because when we're in a running clock situation, it's hard to call it anything else, but I'm really, really impressive. I'm going to be honest.
In the final 5 minutes of that first half, there was not 1, not 2, but 3 rushing touchdowns by Nafis McIntyre, which is already half of what he had coming into this game.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the running attack for Upper Dublin, their offensive line pushed around, has been pushing around, I should say, Council Rock North at the line of scrimmage. It's as far as the 2 lines are concerned, Upper Dublin's winning the offensive line versus the Council Rock North defensive line, and Upper Dublin's winning the Council Rock North offensive line versus the Upper Dublin defensive line, and that is certainly a big reason why it is a 40-0 game.
Upper Dublin, they do have the second team defense in, as Council Rock is moving the ball down the field, though, as right as I say that, the runner is stuffed for a short gain with forward progress.
Hand off to Will Scabono.
I mean, we're moving right along here in this second half here. It seems like Council Rock North is really just running the football at this point. Upper Dublin, you can see it in their body language. They are so happy. They are really feeling it. That offensive side looks fired up. Or not offensive side, the sideline, I should say. There's just the stadium, I would say, is certainly not what it was at the beginning of this game. Wouldn't you agree, CJ?
Yes, as it is a pass by Farley that is broken up.
Picture-perfect defense. Picture-perfect defense. 31 gets in there. Does exactly what it's supposed to do. Gets his head around and plays the football. Absolutely. Picture-perfect defense right there.
That was broken up by freshman Dom Paone. Paone, he's one of the prospects Upper Dublin has, along with Ryan Mulroy, that's been getting some snaps here up with the varsity guys. Of course, last year you saw Chris Colbrenner as a freshman, and look at what he's become for this team. He has a touchdown reception today, and he's been one of the quintessential members of this team.
Absolutely, and especially with Upper Dublin, it's just an emotional season, from everything from the effects of Hurricane Ida to the coming back from COVID. Remember last year, and the stadium is still, part of the stadium is still condemned from the Hurricane Ida effects, and it has just been an emotional season. And it's been up, it's been down, but today is the highest I think it's ever been. To go on the road and to play this kind of a football game, it's been the most impressive I've seen the Cardinals all year. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. 4th and 8 now. They're going to come out with 4 men in the backfield. 3 men in the backfield. Quarterback under center. It's a pitch play. Ball comes out. It was 4th down, so it doesn't really matter. It goes Upper Dublin's direction.
The Cardinals take over on down.
And, if you're just Council Rock, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get guys reps, trying to mess with a few things in the playbook, but Most of all, you're playing for pride now.
Absolutely.
3,
Absolutely.
4, 5, 6.
We're taking a look at some of the gymnastics that these cheerleaders are doing. Backflips, gainers, front flips.
Oh, it's got a 10
How about
spot
those?
right
Counts on
there.
Coach
That's
cheerleader.
impressive.
Upper Dublin, they're going to come out in the pistol strong formation. It's going to be a handoff now to number 31. That is Dominic Payon, the freshman, still going and
Flag on the
brought
play, but
down.
a
I'd like to
run
do
by
one
Dom
backflip,
Payon.
CJ. I'm going to be honest. I'd like to do one backflip in my life, let's be honest.
Tackle made
As
by
we all
Vanderslice.
would. It is going to be coming back, though, as it is a holding on Upper Dublin. In at quarterback is the junior, number 16, Coleman Zamborski. Zamborski, he's been one of the multiple backups for Upper Dublin. One of the multiple good backups that quarterback Upper Dublin has. They have
Especially with
three real
Rodriguez.
solid backups. They got him, they got Zamborski, Nick Rodriguez, and Paul Stoffel, who's had a pretty good amount of playing time so far this year.
Yeah, absolutely. This Upper Dublin team, they really do. They've got a plan, and their offense is such that they don't really have to be picture perfect at the quarterback position because of all of the running schemes that they have, all of the talented wide receiver that they have. They got their second teamers in right now, and they're just still running the football really well.
It's going to be another carry to the freshman, Dominic Payon, who gets a few yards there. At the bottom of
Payon
your
with
screen,
another
that was
carry
Dan Johnson,
for a
number
short gain.
15, who's more of a defensive player. He's gotten a few more snaps over the last few games at wide receiver, filling in for Colbrenner in the slot, and now he's going outside here with the second teamers.
And we're just huddling up here. Remember the running clock. We are more than halfway through the third quarter here. It has been a straight shot of 6 minutes and 30 seconds. And Coleman Zamborski in the strong formation here.
Two wide receivers. It's Dan Johnson and it's Ryan Mulroy. We're going to get another run, and it's going to be a good one.
On 2nd and 14 to have that kind of run, it's like
Player
I know
by
they're
number
just
81.
running the clock out, but that kind of run is something. It shows the depth of this Upper Dublin team.
That
There is a lot to like about the Cardinals today and tomorrow. When I say tomorrow, I mean in the future. This is a really good football team, and they've put it on display today.
That was sophomore Trey Relvis. Relvis, one of the standout sophomores for this Upper Dublin team. He's had a time last year on varsity and junior varsity, doing the same sort of thing this year. Upper Dublin, they're going to have a tight end in here. It's going to be another carry to Trey Relvis, who gets brought
Handoff to
down.
Number 81 brings up 4th down.
So,
It
fourth down here
Seems
for
as though
Upper
Upper
Dublin.
Dublin's not going to punt at this point.
Well, Coleman's getting the call here.
Curious call.
Well, does it really matter if you punt here? It is still a running clock. And you're up 40-0. So you might as well see what the team can do, right?
I guess.
Or wait, no, we are getting a punt here.
It looks like it's going to be a backup punter.
And we do not have a number 39, who I believe that is, listed on the roster. Timeout taken.
Our first stoppage since coming back from the break,
Timeout
CJ.
taken by Upper Dublin.
And we're going to take the stoppage with it. We're not sure how many we have left, so we will see you after the timeout.
Back now here on 4th down. Upper Dublin to punt. It's going to be a low snap, punts off. It's a good one. Going to be taken in and brought down at around the 30-yard line. Upper
Kick
Dublin,
received by Justin Rathburn.
Upper Dublin dabbing up their punter right there. The Upper Dublin sideline is a very different scene than the Council Rock North sideline.
Oh, that's for
30-yard
sure.
line.
Really, just the side of the field. This Council Rock Stadium feels the air of a football game. A Saturday football game is not there, but you can't really blame these fans after what they've seen from their football team today. And let's take some time to talk about Council Rock. What have you seen, CJ?
Well, we really haven't seen much. Upper Dublin's had the ball almost the whole game.
This is true.
We've seen more from the second team, definitely moving the ball more and running the offense they want to.
Hands off to Kim.
It's going to be interesting seeing this, too, because Council Rock North against the Upper Dublin second team, the sizes are a lot more comparable. You're not going to get just bulls coming at you with Tristan Cairns and Riley Hackett, two just absolute monsters running right at you at quarterback. So you're going to have time to let plays develop. You're going to have time to set some blocks on the outside. So it's going to be interesting to see. One wide receiver, everyone tight in the flex bone. Man in motion. They're going to pitch it out to him. Upper Dublin trying to make the tackle. They do. I believe it is a first down.
For a first down.
Yeah, they're starting to run the football here, starting to commit to the run game. Certainly too little, too late as far as the score is concerned, but this final scoreboard, it may not be too little, too late as far as, we talk about playing for pride a lot, CJ. And we really do want to talk about Council Rock North. How about their passing game? What have you seen about that today?
Well, again, you haven't seen much. I don't know, has there been a completion passing?
There's been a few completions for sure, but
Well, we're going to see it here. It's going to be a run now up the middle.
Ooh.
Could we get the first score for Council Rock? Brought down at the 30-yard line.
This might be the first time Council Rock North is operating in Upper Dublin territory, CJ.
Long run from Gavin Papp.
That was Gavin
First
Papp
down
there
for
on
the
the
Indians.
run. So, folks, don't turn off the station. Don't leave the game yet. Still going to see some nice, interesting football as they're giving it right back to Papp, who gets brought down.
Handoff for Papp for a short gain.
And, yeah, there's nothing really to say there. Slipped a little bit, and the defense kind of swarmed on him. 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. A running clock has us zooming.
We talk about pride, too, with this Council Rock North team. Upper Dublin, even though they're second teamers, they want to hold them to nothing.
No.
As that's Dan Nardo with the big sack there. Starting tight end, senior Dan Nardo
Tackle for
coming
loss
off
by
the
Dan
edge.
Nardo.
You would be remiss if you think Upper Dublin does not want to shut this team out on their home stadium. That would be an absolute huge kind of a thing if Upper Dublin were to accomplish that. It looks like Council Rock North is huddling here. 15 seconds to go in the quarter, so there's not all the time in the world. If you want to snap one here before the break, 10. CJ?
Oh, we're coming down. 5 seconds. Let's see if they can get the play off. I just take it into the fourth quarter. Taking time to put in his mouth guard. And that'll do it for the quarter. We head into the fourth, as we'll be back in a few moments. Stay on. We'll see you soon. One more quarter left here at Council Rock North. Score still 40-0 Upper Dublin. They're playing very soft coverage here on 3rd and 14 to go. It's going to be a quick screen high. McCaffrey gets it. He's going to run and be
Nice
brought
throwing
down.
catch from Farley to
Fourth
Kaplan.
down now. Let's see the call.
Do you think they would go for a field goal at this point or go for the first down?
Go for gold. Go for the first down here.
All right.
Go big, go home.
This is certainly the closest they've been scoring range as far as today is concerned. So
Only need 2 yards here, does Council Rock North. QB sneak. Did they stand him up?
Farley.
Let's wait for the call on the field. He might be short. No, first down.
First down to the Indians.
So Council Rock North, they're not done yet. They still got a few more first downs. Looking to score a little bit before this one is over.
11:05 left here in the fourth quarter. They're going to spread out here with 4 wide receivers, 1 running back in the gun. Pap is going to be the running back. It's going to be a pass. Farley firing the slant over the middle. McCafferty is going to get gang tackled down after a short throwing catch.
Council Rock North, they're still throwing the ball short. This is how they've moved the ball when they have today. But, this is what they're able to do and how they're going to try and score here.
So, second down and 8. Starting to rain a little bit here. Some sun showers. As second down, Pap.
Carry by Gavin Pap.
As it's going to bring up a third down. Expect him to go for it again.
Of course they're going to go for it on third down.
Well, I was talking about if it gets to fourth. You know what I mean. Third down and 3. Here in Newtown, it's a beautiful 59 degrees out. Sun is out. A little bit of rain coming down, but not going to stop us here on Saturday morning football. It's a play action attack coming, and Dominic Payon, the freshman, gets the sack.
That's got to feel good if you're this Upper Dublin team. They have absolutely manhandled Council Rock North in all 3 phases, and it continues here into the running clock, fourth quarter.
Here I would consider taking the field goal because it's a long fourth down, right? And you want to make sure to get points. And with the clock running, right, it's a running clock. In theory, if they don't get it here, Upper Dublin could just run it out and have a 9-minute possession.
Looks like they are going to go for it, though. No, they're looking for all 7 of them here, not just the 3.
Fourth down and 8. Farley takes the snap. Pressure coming. He throws it, and it's incomplete.
Big
Upper
hit to
Dublin
get
going to
that
get the ball back.
Big hit to get that ball out of here. Clock still moving with 8 minutes to go as here comes the Upper Dublin second-team offense.
Cardinals take over on down.
So the hard-hitting cornerback there, Quincy Pauling. Again, he stepped over up over the last few weeks, had a good game last week against Souderton. And now he's having a good game so far this week, both on the start. He's one of the guys that'll go with the starters and will go with the second team.
Absolutely. He'll swing a little bit both ways. He doesn't play enough as a starter to be considered a full starter, but he's really a good player for them, and he's really been a good part of this team.
They're going to come out in the pistol strong once again. Paul Stoffel now in at quarterback. He's going to hand it off now. Trying to trek forward, but brought up and stopped at the line. That was Trey Relvis.
So you see a few sophomores in there, looking like maybe the future of Upper Dublin football as far as that's concerned. But they're just running the ball along here, moving the clock, running clock here, under 8 minutes to go.
You have a sophomore quarterback, sophomore running back, and another sophomore running back / fullback in Paul Stoffel at quarterback. You have Trey Relvis at running back, and you have Martin Juju Campbell Jr. At fullback. They're giving it back to Trey. Relvis still going forward. Getting that Upper Dublin bench a little riled up, a little cheering them on.
Excitement.
As it's now a 3rd and 5. Making a few changes. Sending some guys in, some guys out. As here we go on third down. Jake, would you be surprised to see a pass here?
I mean, I wouldn't be super surprised considering it's a running clock, whether or not it's complete or incomplete. So, I mean, there's not a really downside to throwing the football at this stage. Maybe just try and get a first down here. But I don't think they need to really throw the football in order to get a first down.
They're giving it to Juju. Martin the Truck Campbell.
First down to the Cardinals after the carry by Nick Cummins.
So now, once again, Stoffel with it. Campbell has been a standout running back and fullback on the JV team. It's going to be a pitch out. Cutting in now is the back and brought down after a solid carry there.
Yeah, just running the football a little bit. First down
Pitch out
after
to
first
Relvis
down is going to
for a
get
short
the
gain.
Upper Dublin Cardinals the half hour back home, and that is exactly what they are looking for here in this.
Stoffel giving the play call. Here we go. And Martin Juju Campbell, he uses his size to his advantage. Whenever he gets a rock, he is inviting contact as he puts his shoulder down there and gets a few more yards. Always asking for the rock.
Martin Campbell with a carry.
Third and 1, 5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Staying in that pistol strong formation, 2 wide receivers and one tight end on the field. It's going to be a run to Relvis. Blocking has it as it is a fumble by Relvis.
Ball just came out at the end there.
Relvis fumbles the ball.
And a good
Picked up
strip
by
there by
Indians.
Council Rock North. So they're going to get another chance here in the fourth quarter.
Fumble recovery by Will Scabona.
And
Clock's
now,
still moving. It might be a race against the clock as far as scoring, if that's what the real concern is here, because there's not going to be stopping the clock on incompletions.
Jake Levine is going to be moving to play-by-play, and joining him as a color commentator is going to be Zach Holmand here for the rest of the game.
All right, hey everyone. Hope you've been enjoying the game so far. Well,
take over
we now have
on offense
CJ
from
Ambrose
there.
on the
All right.
Cardinals
camera.
21.
Hope he'll be doing a good job of that.
Here we go here.
Yep.
Give is up the middle,
Carry by
and
Gavin
it's
Papp.
Pap is only picking up
about
about
a 5-yard
5
gain.
yards there. Second down and 5 here as the clock still moves under 4 minutes here in this one.
Yeah, that would be a solid game, but at this point in the game, it doesn't really matter that much.
Back under center here. And it is a toss back out to Pap on the right side. Pap is going to take it and make a cut. Pap is past first down and more
Pitch
into
to
the
Gavin
red
Papp
zone,
results in
or
a
about at the
Council
corner
Rock
of the
North
red
first
zone. We'll call it at the
down.
23, first down, Indians.
It's very solid blocking there from the Indians, and yeah, solid 12-yard gain on second down.
Council Rock North here is running the football, not in a huge race to score here before this one is over, as we are under 3 minutes. And we are back under center for Council Rock North. A little bit of motion, and the give is up the middle, back to Pap. Pap makes a couple men miss and picks up, maybe we'll call it 7, 8, 9. Pretty close to that first down
Another long
marker.
carry by Gavin Papp.
And it is going to be called a 9-yard pickup for Council Rock North.
Yeah, we see some excellent runs in this drive so far from Pat. See if he can continue it.
2.5 minutes to go here as it is 2nd and 1 at the 15. Under center, Pap in the backfield once again. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Quick pass out to the left side, and big tackling by Upper Dublin is going to put it close to the line to gain.
Throw and catch from Farley to Kim.
It's going to depend on the spot. And it looks like it was good enough for first down yardage real time. And yes, the chains are going to move. So it is Council Rock North with a
First down, Council Rock
here.
North.
Back, Pap. T formation. Give us to Pap.
Gavin
Pap is going
Pap
to take
for
it down
no
to the
carry.
7.
Another solid 7-yard pickup from Pap. And that brings up a second down in 5, it shows, actually.
Yeah, they'll put it
So
at the
more
5.
like a 5-yard pickup.
Okay, back to Pap.
Another handoff to Gavin
And-
Pap.
It's going to be short of the first down here. 1:20 and the
Well,
clock
it's
is
the
moving.
Council Rock North
Third
band.
down.
Good luck in their competition this evening. Hopefully they do well like they did here for us.
75 seconds left in this one. Looking to score before. Back out to Pap. Right side. Pap has a blocker. Pap has a touchdown, it
Gavin
seems.
Pap
No, he stops short.
Short of
Stopped
the
the
goal
one.
line, but gets a first down.
Just
to
short.
Less than a
North
second.
Indians.
Less than a minute. Are they going to get a touchdown here? First down and goal at the 1.
Yep.
And pushing the
And-
pile. Ball came
Oh,
out.
does Upper Dublin have it?
Looks
Ball
like
came
the
out.
Do they have
Dublin
it?
has recovered the fumble.
And it
that
appears
is
that
a
Upper Dublin has-
statement way to end this game with a fumble when Council Rock North is a yard away from scoring to end this one.
That's an excellent
That is
play from
absolutely unbelievable.
the Upper Dublin defense.
I mean, indicative of the game, shall we say. Council Rock North had the opportunities for sure in this one, but could not execute at all from start to finish. And Upper Dublin, 15 seconds here, 14, 13, 12, and it looks like that is going to end this one. The Upper Dublin Cardinals go on the road and beat up on the 2-6 Council Rock North, now 2-7 Council Rock North Indians,
Thank you for
40
coming out
to
and supporting
nothing.
Council Rock
Thank
North
you
football
for
team,
this one,
supporting
folks,
the
for
Council
sticking
Rock North
around
girls
through the
cheerleaders
second half.
and
Upper Dublin's going
Council
to
Rock
win
North
it 40
band.
to nothing.
Please
Thank
come on
you to
back
all of
next
the
week.
people
We
who
play
made this
Council Rock
production
South.
possible. Jason Trantis, Squarey, all those great people. Thank you to you all, most importantly, for watching and supporting the channel, supporting Upper Dublin Cardinals football as they move to 7-2, 5-1 in conference play on the season. And the Upper Dublin Cardinals, we will be back with them on the road next week.